Welcome to This Explainer. Let's be real for a second. Pretty much everyone absolutely hates talking to customer service bots. For years, they've been incredibly slow, rigidly robotic, and honestly, entirely unhelpful. But there's a new case study out from OpenAI on a company called Parloa, and it reveals something genuinely fascinating. They are building AI voice agents that actually work. So today, we're going to break down the exact mechanical workflow required to fix these broken systems, and we're going to extract 3 highly practical lessons you can steal for your own business right now.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Traditionally, we've all been stuck in those frustrating dead-end IVR, that's interactive voice response, phone trees we all desperately despise. You know the drill. Press 1 for sales, press 2 to repeat this endless menu. It's basically a liability that's just masquerading as automation. But what Parloa's doing is replacing all of that with fluid, real-time conversational flows. This isn't just about routing your call a little faster, it's about dynamic, back-and-forth conversations that mimic actual human problem-solving, completely eliminating those awful wait times.
So taking a look at this OpenAI case study, what Parloa has built is a really robust enterprise platform. It's specifically designed to author automated agents with one very clear mandate. And the objective here is absolutely not just deflecting calls or finding a clever way to hide the talk to human button. No, the goal is actually resolving complex customer issues on the very first try. They want the AI to handle the heavy lifting from start to finish.
Now, the skeptical analyst inside all of us is probably screaming, wait a minute, does this actually work? I mean, we've heard promises of better bots for what, a decade now? Is this really just another terrible bank phone menu with a fancy new coat of AI paint? What is actually different under the hood here? And you know what? That is exactly the right question to ask. We really need to look at the mechanics, not just the marketing hype.
To answer that, let's look at the actual tech stack. Under the hood, the system is powered by 3 core technical components. First off, it captures voice using Whisper, which is OpenAI's highly accurate speech-to-text model. Then it immediately passes that text over to GPT-4, which acts as the reasoning engine to process what the customer actually wants and decide the very next step. Finally, it uses these new ultra-low latency text-to-speech models to respond in a completely natural voice. So it hears, it thinks, and it speaks all in a fraction of a second.
But Parloa's real secret sauce is what they call their one-brain architecture. See, most businesses right now have a completely fragmented setup. They've got one dumb bot for website chat, a totally different system for the phones, and maybe some separate email autoresponder. Parloa forces a business to train one single central intelligence that handles interactions across every single channel.
And this unified architecture is absolutely crucial because it guarantees consistency and context. Since there's only one brain running the show, the AI has the complete historical context of a customer. Think about it. If you chat on the website on Tuesday and then call on Thursday, the voice agent already knows exactly what you typed. It completely eliminates that infuriating experience of having to repeat your account number and your problem to 5 different bots.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive capital impact of this technology shift. The winners here are super obvious, right? Large enterprises are dramatically lowering costs, customers are finally getting instant 24/7 resolutions, and the AI platform's powering the computer thriving. But look at the losers. Legacy IVR providers, traditional offshore call centers that just handle routine queries, and, most importantly, any business trying to survive with siloed, messy data. If your internal data isn't unified, you're going to get left behind for sure.
But hold on a second. What are the hidden risks here? Is it really as simple as just paying for an API key and plugging in GPT-4? Well, the short answer is absolutely not. Implementing this kind of technology carries massive hidden costs if you try to approach it without strict workflow discipline.
For instance, if you deploy a really powerful reasoning model like GPT-4, but you give it a bad workflow design and poor guardrails, you don't magically get a helpful agent. Instead, you get what we call the powerful, stupid bot. It becomes this highly confident, incredibly articulate agent that is powerfully frustrating, mostly because it confidently hallucinates policies or just traps your customers in endless, perfectly polite loops.
The reality is that the most expensive and time-consuming part of this whole process isn't the AI model itself, it's the implementation roadblocks. We're talking deep database integration, massive internal data cleanup, because if your internal knowledge base is outdated or full of contradictions, your one brain is going to be starved of context and fed pure garbage. You literally have to clean your house before you invite the AI in. So let's pivot to how this builds our first actionable lesson for all the operators and builders out there. Lesson 1, unify your AI brain.
Before you even think about writing a single line of code, you absolutely must commit to unification. Here is a really practical one-brain audit you can go run today. Step 1. Map out all of your existing automated systems. Step 2. Identify exactly where they give conflicting answers. And Step 3. Create a single, clean source of truth. Even if it's literally just a master Google Doc to start with, you have to build a singular knowledge base that all your future automated agents are going to rely on.
Which naturally brings us to lesson 2, simulate before you deploy. Parloa's reliability doesn't just come from AI magic. It comes from aggressive, relentless testing. They find the catastrophic failures in the lab way before a real customer ever even touches the system.
So, I highly challenge you to put your own systems through a simulation gauntlet. Build a quick API prototype. Then sit down and spend an hour role-playing as the most difficult, angry customer you can possibly imagine. Feed the AI fake order numbers, throw weird edge cases at it. This completely free exercise will expose like 80% of your workflow flaws in private, which saves you from a very public customer service disaster down the road.
Finally, adopting this tech requires a massive, fundamental shift in how we track success. Lesson 3. Measure resolution, not deflection. Look, if you're building a new tool with entirely new capabilities, you simply cannot use the old metrics to judge it.
So, the crucial point is this. The old, outdated metric was call deflection rate, which basically meant, did we successfully annoy the customer enough that they just hung up or went away? The new gold standard is the first contact resolution rate. Did the AI actually fix the user's problem immediately without needing any human intervention? Shifting from a vanity metric of simply closing tickets to a real value metric of true resolution is literally the only way to build a real workflow asset. Your singular goal, the absolute #1 priority of your AI agent, has to be resolving the issue on the very first try.
And the real beauty of these strict one-brain workflows is that they aren't just for massive enterprise customer service teams. You can apply this exact same logic to build internal tools or digital products without needing to know a single thing about how to code. A great educational example of this is the Side Hustle Command Center. It's a financial planning dashboard built entirely by applying these disciplined AI mechanics to structure data cleanly.
Just to be totally clear, while this definitely isn't financial advice, the core lesson absolutely stands. Applying disciplined AI mechanics to your business operations creates tangible, highly valuable digital assets. Whether it's a customer-facing voice agent or an internal ops dashboard, strict workflows turn chaotic data into serious leverage.
So, we've broken down Parloa's architecture, the hidden risks of bad deployment, and 3 workflow lessons you can start applying today. I want to leave you with this final thought. Think about the absolute most frustrating customer service bot you've ever interacted with. Now, based on what we just covered today, which specific workflow change would have fixed it? Let that question guide how you build your own systems moving forward. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.